presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the Tampa sideline, head coach Todd Bowles. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Baker going to throw this right away. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively. And I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. This one is incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks, don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. The Trey Palmer deep for Tampa Bay. Fielded just inside the 30. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. The Falcons are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. To the air, Penix. And a dump off here to Robinson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players, guys.
And the ball is knocked out. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Tampa Bay.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Bucky Irving, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
probably have to wait until the year 2045 for E to address tackling.
Now for the PAT. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a
probably have to wait until the year 2045 for E to address tackling.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return.
So Madden 46.
To try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third and 2. And looking to throw, Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it. Unfolding
so far so good for him. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll start on the ground with Irving.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now you see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game. 16 carries, 61 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
To throw, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a first and 10. Mayfield on play action. Finding Otten once more. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 41, here's a second down and 4. Mayfield to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start first and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Penix. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Robinson up the middle. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Algier now up the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Credit Yaya Diaby with a stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw with Penix. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win. Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Looking to throw, Penix. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
They'll go play action here with Penix. He targets the sideline, and he's got Goddard.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Coup for the extra point.
It's good to make it 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mayfield. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Mayfield.
There's a short.
And oh, he caught that up.
And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
They certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, caught by London. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London with career touchdown number 60. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Mayfield looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And caught by London. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
To the air, Penix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. But he lost 6 there on the first down play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A play fake. Now Penix. That one into the hands of Flowers. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Palmer. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. He'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And some room to run now. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Algier going straight ahead. And he stopped immediately there. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's Penix. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Penix working out of the gun here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, look at the juke. And he returns this to the 22. Here Comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, this from 37. McPherson's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now a handoff to Algier. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! Viking 18.
On the give, it's Algier. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Hand off now to Robinson. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line.
Antoine Winfield on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Buccaneers, 32-yard.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
On the set.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready?
Looking to throw, Penix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
He'll try to pick it up himself. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Here we go. Set.
On the give, here's Robinson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Let's go now. 70s.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 17 yards out. And the Falcons are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Buccaneers 10.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bucs ready to take over once again. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Once again, it's Irvin. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
That complete. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Mayfield with it once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Mayfield to throw him. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
From the gun, Mayfield. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Well, that's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it.
Well, partner, Marvin, Our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. Got a man, it's London. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Falcons, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles